Hello ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to this video. A very warm welcome to another video of mine. Well, today I'm gonna talk about when you can buy a product for yourself, when you can buy a thing for yourself which you want it for your personal use, for your happiness, for your joy, for your pleasure, etc., etc., etc. I'm gonna tell you when you can buy that product. I'm gonna tell you at which time of the month you should buy that product. People buy a house, an electronic gadget, a television, gold, silver, vehicle, mobile phone, etc., etc., etc. And they want that product to last with them for a few years or maybe a lifetime. And in some cases, we have seen that after purchasing a product, after buying a product, the person who has bought that product has to sell that product, or that product goes defunct. In many cases, I have seen when a person buys a product, that product can be new or old, and when he or she purchases that product, it brings to them a lot of ill luck. It brings to them pain, sorrow, misery, etc., etc., etc. Or sometimes it happens that they are not able to pay the installment of that loan, of that product which they have bought, and hence they have to part with it. I come to hear of many instances where a person has bought a house or an office and he has decorated that office and home, but eventually he has to part with it. Either he has to sell it off or he has to part with that property out of some compulsion. Maybe that compulsion could be monetary. I get many cases where a person has bought a vehicle and after 6 months, 1 year, they stop paying the installment of that loan which they have taken for that vehicle, and they can't pay that loan any further, and hence their creditors take back that vehicle. Similarly, in gold, I have seen that many people buy gold and eventually they have to sell that gold for financial problems. I have seen many folks that they buy an electronic gadget. Either their mobile phones get stolen or their television goes defunct, and hence they have to replace it. And many times they do not get the pleasure, the joy, the excitement, the satisfaction, the entertainment they want from those particular products. So these are the instances, these are the examples where a person is not able to utilize their purchase, their product to its full potential. It doesn't give them happiness and joy they wanted from that product, and eventually they have to part with that product. So these are the kind of problems people face even after spending a lot of money behind them. So today I have come up with a solution, and I want to tell everyone today that when to buy a product. The purchase you are making, the product which you are buying, the things which you are buying for your comfort, for your welfare, they stay with you for a very long time. In other words, I want your purchase to be, your buy to be an auspicious purchase, an auspicious thing for you, a thing which will give you prosperity, success, luck, and a lot of joy and happiness in your life. And most importantly, it should stay with you until you want it to stay. So if you want your purchase to be an auspicious one, then listen to this carefully. There is something called Amavasya and Puranmashi. Amavasya is the new moon day and Puranmashi is the full moon day. I repeat that Amavasya is the new moon day and Puranmashi is the full moon day. Puranmashi is also known as Purnima. The period after Amavasya is the Shukla Paksh. That means it is the waxing moon, when the moon is growing in size. It is the rising moon, when the moon is brightening. after Puranmashi, the period is called Krishna Paksh, which is called the waning moon, when the moon decreases its size. I mean, the moon starts to diminish in size. It becomes smaller and hence it emits lesser light. So, whenever you purchase a product, whenever you buy something new, whenever you want happiness and joy from that product, whatever product it may be, but if you are using it for your personal use or for your family use, then I'd suggest you all to buy that product after Amavasya, when the moon is increasing in the Shukla Paksh. And do not ever buy a product in Krishna Paksh. I mean after Puranmashi in the Krishna Paksh. I mean, you should buy a product when the moon is waxing, and you shouldn't buy a product when the moon is waning. The logic behind this is, when the moon is increasing in its size, it is going to eliminate more light. It is going to be brighter than before. The light is a symbol of joy, celebration, happiness, success, prosperity. So, things which you do in the waxing moon, those things are gonna give you pleasure, happiness, joy, because the moon progresses towards a full moon. And hence, this time is an auspicious time to buy any sort of gadgets, electronic gadgets, I mean mobile phones, televisions, any sort of car, vehicles, houses, or any sort of property. Even if you have to buy an office, you should buy that office in the period of the waxing moon. That means in the Shukla Paksh. I mean the period after Amavasya. Many of y'all ask me this question, that on which days should we buy a new product, or as a matter of fact, any sort of product, whether it is first hand or second hand. I'd recommend you all to buy a new product or any sort of product on a Thursday or a Friday. So if you want joy, pleasure, peace, happiness from your products, and you want that product, your things, to last with you for a couple of years or maybe a lifetime, then I'd recommend you all to buy your products, your necessary items, your sofa, your furniture, be it a property, gold, silver, a vehicle, a car, whatever it may be, buy it after Amavasya. Well, this is an important information I wanted to share with you all. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology, and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. And besides that, if you want to earn a lot of money in your life, if you want to see richness in your life, if you want to experience peace, tranquility and calmness in your life, which is most important for human beings, if you want to be filled with positivity, and you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you can contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. And remember to purchase your products, to purchase your new products after Amavasya. That means in the waxing moon. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless y'all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.